tone, it's some real money in the room.
So what do you make of what you see with the children today here in Fort Worth? And I asked, just like I was telling the other OG that left for school, like, we got a situation to where Fort Worth has the biggest impact in the world right now. I know, like, a lot of people might disagree. They you know what I'm saying, but Fort Worth is definitely one of those top 5 cities, even though it's a small city. Even though you know what I'm saying, you don't have a mass economy, you don't have a major star, but yet you got people in Houston saying they taking chains because they were inspired by Fort Worth Channel 5 J-Dub. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can say this here. This is just like the Crip.
We got the
Crip epidemic. The Crip epidemic. You know what I'm saying? It's Crip and blood epidemic. Hey, we set transits here in Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and you know, it's gangsters on both sides. You know, just like, you know, the situation, you know, that just went down with J-Dub and the Bran situation. You know, Bran, that's my little cousin, you know, bloodline.
Oh, that's your little cousin?
Yeah, bloodline. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I hate it for both sides. That's one of my big homies' son, J-Dub.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's one of your big homies' son?
Yeah, one of my big homies, you know, as he's a Crip, you know, but he's not from my set, but I was raised up under him. He's an older guy than me, you know what I mean? But yeah, and I respect it, you know what I mean?
So when you see something like I guess a Bran go to Houston, and then something like that happens, and they come back, like, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on the whole thing, you know, I've been studying it because it's a new gang culture, you know, that's going on. It's not a Crip and blood thing no more, you know. Most likely it still have a more that in it, but you know, dudes is from everywhere doing this here, you know what I mean? And I believe that it's a rapper that's, you know, they hide and they talking to another big rapper that's already in the game, and they promoting a lot of bullshit, you know, like they some real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? And having these little kids that don't know no better misleading them, you know what I mean? They being misled, you know what I mean? And you know, they're around, you know, $20,000, $30,000. They think they around a bunch of money. They around all the syrup and all the weed, the pills they can take. So yeah, why not go with these rappers and be a security? You know, all they was using them is for security. You know what I mean? You know, and that's what I think of. That's my theory. You know, my theory. You know. Hey, I can be wrong, but that's my theory, and I'm gonna ride with that.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.
You know, y'all already talked about being the founders of y'all sets in the city.
Right.
But like, as far as like just life in Fort Worth back in the 90s, like what was it like?
On site.
And me being a Crip on the east, it was mixed on the east. No, the south side, every other side was Crips in the east, but the Bloods was headquarters was on the east. And that's where I'm from. So every time I come outside, it was on site. Me and him go way back as kids before we was Crip and Blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of us don't put ourselves out there and try to prove nothing to nobody, because a lot of these dudes, you know, got everybody thinking they started this and that, and y'all hiding hoods that's been established before y'all. You know what I mean? And a lot of these dudes they got over the beef, and I think a lot of y'all need to wake up, man. It's not being soft because you want to try to work things out on some man type shit, you know, because you're a man before you're anything. But at the end of the day, you know, respect is everything, man. You know what I mean? That's something that a lot of y'all don't have out here. Y'all disrespect y'all big homies, what they done built, what they done started. Y'all go to adding gangs on to the set. Man, back in the day, you had to get permission to start some
Right.
get, you know what I mean, you know, get some certification from some. That's how branch outs came, you know, because it started off something real. A lot of y'all dudes make stuff up, and busters spread busters, man. You know what I mean? It needs to be spoke on.
The thing is, like you say, back how we grew up, man. Yeah, man. It was like, hey, man, we was over here. You know, it was killings all every day.
That's
killing
where
every day.
Murder Work
Alongside.
came about.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was killing
Murder
everybody.
Work been around. They used to call it Funky Town.
You know, it was killing every day. They go over there. We come over there and hit them
Old school.
2 or 3 times. They come over there and hit us. You know, back and forth shit going on. We got Spencer plenty business. You know, we got Spencer plenty business. We did.
Go Google.
You know what I'm saying? And you know who can dispute that? Nobody can dispute that. You know what I'm saying? And we put it on the map right here in Fort Worth, Texas, man. And that's why, you know, you have other cities look up to us in a big way in that, whether we in prison or anywhere.
So
because we know the right way to game bang.
And so I was gonna say that. So like when it comes to being in prison, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know like kind of how that operates. Like when you go in, you got your hood, you know what I'm saying, or your people from your state.
No.
So
When it come to prison,
right.
we're gonna speak back about murder work.
See, that's the
We drive the wheel, we got the steering wheel, cause we are the teachers. They don't know nothing. The rest of the gangs around Texas, they don't really know nothing. So they learn from us.
And we had roll calls too for a lot of y'all who don't know. You know what that roll call was about? When you come to that door and you say you on the set, and a nigga don't know you, if you ain't on that roll call, you wasn't official because we had contact with each other. So a lot of dudes is lucky nowadays going to jail, speaking of that. But you was with your car, and the big homies had the keys to the car.
Well, let's touch back bases, man. Like, you know, yeah, man. Like, hey, man, it was like, hey, man, it was some real shit going on back then, man. When we started up with the Crip and Blood thing out here, man, it was some real shit. You know, they had the Bran gang enforcement officer from California to train them down here. That, you know, they was all the way sleep on us. And when them gang enforcers got down here, they learned who everybody was. Because they shot at the Bloods. They'll come over here with blue bandanas. They'll shoot at them. They'll come over there with red bandanas and shoot at us. The police played a major part in this shit too. You see what I'm saying? The Fort Worth police.
Why you say
You
that?
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because the laws will bring us over here and they'll bring them over there.
So the police will pick you up, and y'all both said this without saying it at the same time. The police
It's the
will pick
fucking
you
truth.
up on the east side, knowing you bloody,
they
and
drop
take
me out
you.
for the south side. Facts.
Broad
Yeah.
daylight.
Hey, well, what I want to go to jail?
Y'all got a slob or y'all got a crab over here in this hood right here. Woo, woo, woo. You know, hey, that's how that was going. You know what I'm saying? But we, like I said, we men here to talk about this shit today, and to let Fort Worth know that, you know, hey, we on the better side of life now. You know, we living on the better side of life now.
So what you make of it now?
What I make of it now?
Right.
Shit. It's watered down, huh?
It's watered down. It
You know,
disrespect.
Corona's brought us together, man. Unity. You know what I'm saying? Unity. We on different, it's a lot of codes being broke by different ways.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? I live by example. I live by nobody else's example. Can't nobody write blow right his own life. You know what I'm saying? I write mine, write my kids. I look up, I see Facebook, I see him doing about his kids. He fucking with my sister. You know what I'm saying? Man, this man ain't never met but sworn enemies, huh? My brother went around the corner, nigga blew my brother arm off. Yeah, because it was broad daylight, it was anywhere. Nigga, you go to the county, you gotta be still. My nigga, it's trademarks. All my niggas got birthmarks, man. We got birthmarks. Started at a young age.
I see a lot of them rappers be wearing this shit here, and you know what I'm saying? This shit here, you know, hey, that don't even be real. It don't even be real. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't even be real. You know what I'm saying?
My east side older than a bunch of you niggas out here hollering that. You know what I mean? I got it for real. Y'all out here playing with it, man. You know what I mean? Y'all need to learn respect, man, and pay homage to the ones that was before your time. Pay homage, man.
This is my crew right here. This is my crew right here. This is some of the first generation of the 4 trades right here. You looking at them, you know, and some ain't here today, you know. But hey, you know, hey, like I say, you know, we built a hell of a, you know, thing here in Fort Worth, you know.
So this my thing. When you say like the code ain't being followed, and I guess with the music, like whatever people
Protocol,
see,
you gotta go. Like me, I can't make a move. I call some of the big homies bigger than me. Even some of the comrades that's like me.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
I call
Yeah,
them and let them know, boom, say, fool, you know, come by and holler at me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come by and holler at me. They'll come by here and holler at me. But my OG is the nigga that you just seen leave, who told me a whole bunch of different words. Him and his partner showed me the game. I didn't want to see my homeboys blow dope and all that other shit, but they chose to do that. That's the life they chose. But when it come to gang banging, everybody count. It's hard for me to feel sorry for somebody. If you look up and you see my son, he packing a pistol, and the homie tell him, say, man, see, that's where it's gone. The homie don't tell him. His big homie looking up to another. Because a lot of us, we fucked up. We went to prison. I went in that bitch when I was 20. Every story you hear is gonna be from 13 on up, homie. I went to the feds when I was 20. It's a different game when you out in there. You got Texas Family, which is ran by one of the coldest niggas out. I ain't gonna speak his name. I ain't gonna speak his name, but I look him to a lot. You know what I'm saying? I just said I'm gonna tell you like this. He one of the biggest niggas. I can't say his name on camera, but I just say Funky. You know what I'm saying?
right?
That's my
And
nigga.
I'm telling you, when he put it down for Texas, he had to go in there and show them. Say, my nigga, y'all getting carried this way. The beef didn't stop between the niggas on the street and the niggas in there. We took it straight to the feds. The same beef they had, but that's on a whole nother subject.
And see, I remember that era, you know what I mean? And that's why, like, I can speak on that, like, you know, hey, that dude there, the dude he just spoke of,
That's
he
before
didn't,
the Crip and Blood.
but he didn't even want no Crips around him.
Right.
Behind that,
It
issue.
brung the drug.
Brung that issue. You see
Outside.
what I'm saying? But and he was from this guy here we talking about is from the South Side, you know. And you know, I remember at one point in time he took one of my little homeboys' rags and shit. You know what I'm saying? Flag, you know.
He showed me that. You know what I'm saying? He was like an emulator. You know what I said?
Yeah.
We growing up.
Yeah.
It was the emulator. I
Yeah.
want the emulator.
Yeah, yeah.
Nigga, this such woo 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 woo.
Yeah.
I didn't coattail no big brother, big sister, big dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see what a lot of homies did. I worked for a lot of niggas, man. 85, I was selling dope, man. My mama was alright, but nigga get tired of seeing his mama struggle, man. You move with mama move. I had to shoot out with some of my close friends. Me and this nigga brother, his twin brother, get at it at sight. On sight. Cause he was crippling. I'm blooding.
And we wasn't far from each other.
They look just alike. Soldier.
Yeah.
Soldier, I salute him.
Come straight, hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight out that 6, man, for y'all to know, since a lot of people don't think it's Crips to stop 6. But it's not even about that right now. It's about some real nigga shit.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.